straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now. Hard working so you can be deserving of the rest that you are given. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Give a lot and live a little. Work with what you got. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now. Get along, give a hand, sleep heavy, be the man. Just there, where you are, do something, be the star. You gotta get going. Easy now. You gotta get going. Easy now. Straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down, look around. When winter comes, I'll see you again. We'll be out till late under the starshine. I wish that I didn't have to wait. Autumn leaves, please hurry before I start to worry and his face gets blurry. My love, I send you kisses. My heart belongs to no one but you. It won't change. My love, I send our best wishes. smell still lingers as I close my eyes. Oh, I've tried to set aside all this longing, but it won't hide. I dream about you every night. Winter cold, please hurry. Bring him home before I worry, and his face gets too blurry. My love, I send you kisses. My heart belongs to no one but you. It won't change. My love, I send our best wishes. Snow will fall and I'll be on your arm, my love. Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mount Laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything. Golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things. Golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things. Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird.
So hard to see from the moment we arrive. Cornelia, you are one who will survive. When time's been bad, you put smiles on everyone. Think of you and of all I should have done. You told me the thing would shape or form that you're in. Place you from the wealth of the color of your skin. And all you had burns to the sky. It's all too late. You wonder why, Cornelia. Your every day is a struggle and a strife. Don't you agree? With beating hearts, we're still alive. Comes a time all you have is who you love. Cornelia, you'll be all I'm thinking of. You told me the thing would shape or form that you're in. Replace you from the wealth of the color of your skin. When all you had burns to the sky, it's all too late. And you wonder why, Cornelia. So hard to see from the moment we arrive. Cornelia, you are one who will survive. When time's been bad, you put smiles on everyone. Think of you and of all I should have done. You told me the thing would shape or form that you're in. Replace you from the wealth of the color of your skin. Don't you agree? With beating hearts, we're still alive. There comes a time when all you have is who you love. The Cornelia, you'll be all I'm thinking.
맛있어.
the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through